Try to let me in, gonna let them know. He's had to be. No. Zara, you ready? You ready? Let it go, let it go. Don't be in. Let it go, let it go.
Open my glasses.
What? I can't. I've got the camera and I've got holding you. The cold never bothered me anyway. Which way? This way.
Something inspirational. Not got any for you, man. Sorry, man.
What are you doing, Brenda? Twerking. So kick-started this weekend with a workout this morning, which was 21:15:9 of handstand push-ups and glute ham sit-ups. That felt pretty good. So I was partnered with Gaynor, as you saw in the footage there, and she's just got her handstand push-ups. I think she's had them for a while, but looking quite proficient and coming along quite well with that. So that's really good to see, and it's good to see everyone in that gym progressing further along in their training journeys. So that's fantastic to see. This weekend, what do we got on? Tomorrow I'm going to be hitting an early morning session with the CrossFit 5 team again, and depending on how the day goes, I'm quite keen to maybe do some form of long steady state conditioning session, probably 45 minutes on the rower and the bike in the garage, something along those lines. And then Sunday, gonna hit something a little bit more technical, like a snatch or a clean and jerk. Probably gonna try snatch because my shoulder's been feeling pretty good. So I'll just see how I get on with that, and then do that, try and see what my one rep is at the minute, and then maybe go into some form of Metcon after that as well. So just training once on Sunday. Yeah, weekends are pretty busy because it actually takes quite a lot to record this footage and actually edit it, and there's a whole heap of learning curves involved in all of that as well. So yeah, going to be pretty up against it with regards to that sort of stuff, and I think that's as much as we've got planned. You be careful. So that's the morning nearly, well in fact it is over, it's just 1:45 now, and we're going to be heading out for the afternoon, and I think the plan is to maybe try and get into the garage this afternoon. I'm going to see what I can do with the snatch, and probably go through some tutorials as well of things that I've learned over the years with regards to snatch. It's quite a complex movement, and it is quite challenging to get all of the sort of components right in terms of the lift. So I'm going to share with you what I have learned, as I said, and what the best practices are. And it's not going to be 100% right. There's going to be other methods and tried and tested methods that are probably going to be better, but hopefully what I share with you will resonate with you and improve that lift for you. Time for a family afternoon out. So finally managed some time to get some snatching this afternoon. We're at 10 to 4, so I'm going to spend the next sort of 45 minutes just working on the snatch technique and probably seeing where I can get my lift number 2. Last time I did this, I got up to, I think I actually managed to get to 75-80, and that was in a comp at the Body Power last year, but I've shied away from snatch quite a lot because I've obviously had niggling shoulder issues, so I've not really wanted to be doing anything overheads, but it's been feeling pretty good, so I'm going to give it a go today. But what I'll also do is just run through some techniques that work for me. They're not going to be the be all and end all of a perfect snatch, but just some tips that might help you improve your lifts as well. If any of you guys actually have some tips on how to improve the movement pattern as well, I'd love to hear that, so please drop those in the comments below, because I think my snatch could be way better. You'll see it in the next kind of few clips of where I'm currently at with my snatch and my lift, so any help would be appreciated on that. So now time to warm up the shoulders. So you'll see there's a lot of warming up around the hips and the shoulders, because that's particularly important for the snatch. When you're getting down in that bottom position, you need your hip and your shoulder joints to be as mobile as possible. Your hip and shoulder joint are called a ball and socket joint, so they interlock like this. So when you go for a snatch, you need that to be as warm as physically possible to be able to get the range of motion, to be able to get into that depth of position. It's quite a complex movement, so there's quite a lot going on in the movement pattern from the first pull to the second pull until sort of you get to the point of having to explode the hips up and bringing the bar and receiving the bar, so sort of throwing a catch and then in the catch position and getting underneath the bar. So your body needs to be ready for that load. Okay, central nervous system as well. The whole movement pattern is very complex. Once I've warmed everything up, I'll typically go for around about 5 power snatches just to get me into the right sort of movement and the right frame of mind, get the body sort of like prepared for snatching at full depth. And then after that, the second sort of warm-up set, I would typically do sort of 3 power snatches and then finish that off with about 5 overhead squats, which you'll see in the next clip. So every element or every component of that movement pattern needs to be primed and ready to go. Don't just go straight into a snatch, because the likelihood is you're probably going to injure yourself, which is not good, or injure someone else, which is even worse, and cause some permanent damage. So that's really not what you want to be. So make sure that you fully engage and fully prepare the mind and body for that complex lift. So I suppose the second part of the movement pattern is making sure that you address the bar correctly in terms of your foot position and in terms of your hand position, okay? So you'll see on the bar it has these rings here, okay? When I grip the bar, I'll put a hook grip on underneath, make sure that's grasped tightly on both sides. So equal distance apart. And you'll also see that the foot position is around about there. And when you go to jump, that foot position is going to end up shoulder width apart and down. do better next time. Lift was better. Drop from overhead wasn't. A bit risky. I am absolutely over the moon that I managed to hit that. I hit a double as well, I did one lift and I did another lift and hit them both. I think the first one was better than the second one. A bit of, not very stable on the second one, but I'll take it, still got it. I'm really not impressed, but I'm really happy that I've been away from that movement for about 9 months. I've not gone anywhere near it at all, just the inferior damaging the shoulder even more. And the shoulder's been feeling really, really good. Still a bit crunchy in there, but been feeling really, really good. So to get that 70 kilograms is just a huge achievement. Last time I hit that was 72.5. I think the PB that I've had is 75, and that felt really, really good, really, really strong. And it just sort of demonstrates to me, or shows to me, that I've still got the strength to be able to lift those numbers that I need to lift to compete with the top guys. I mean, when I say top guys, 70 is nowhere near where I need to be, I've got to build from that. I mean, it's just a huge achievement for me to be at that number, at that level, at this stage. So yeah, delighted with that. Is my session done, sweetie?
Well done.
What are you up to, pal?
We're watching Brave for the second time in the space of 3 hours. But it makes a change from Frozen.
Wish you would just let it go.
You have.
Here's my beautiful little lady.
Dada, acknowledge your daddy or I'm taking the phone away.
Alright, buddy.
He's a buddy. He's a buddy. What's this? What you got there? Come on. You got it. Got it. Get it.
What's your favourite movement, Susan?
Back squat.
What's
By far.
And you've got pretty heavy back squat, haven't you?
90 for one last time I tried, but last week I got 3 sets of 12 at 65.
Which is pretty awesome.
So just gonna keep pushing it. I'd like to get the 100, but making sure my legs don't collapse is the main thing for me.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Totally.
Well, that's the end of today's video, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you found that video helpful, please do let me know in the comments below. And if you do have any tips or advice, also I'd be keen to hear that. So just drop me a note in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video.